Welcome back to the channel. Here you'll find the fastest updates on breaking news, shocking secrets, and dramatic predictions for times. The young and the restless. Who will betray whom? What secrets are about to be revealed? And what horrific tragedy awaits the characters in Genoa City? Subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us to discover the unmissable developments right now. Welcome back to our channel, soap fans. Today is just another crazy day in the soap universe, and we have a ton of rumors and rumblings to get through. Grab your coffee or whatever you need, because we are diving straight into the deep end of Genoa City drama right now. And honestly, we really need to talk about the glaring, massive hole on the canvas right now. Many fans on social media are still wondering when Summer Newman is going to return to Genoa City. It feels like she has been gone for an eternity, and the timing of her absence just feels completely wrong given everything that is currently exploding around her. I mean, think about it. You guys know what is happening with her parents right now. It is a total nightmare. Nick Newman is literally fighting for his life in a horrifying fentanyl addiction storyline, getting kidnapped and tortured by Matt Clark in some abandoned warehouse. And Phyllis Summers, she is backed into a massive corner by Victor Newman, fighting for her life against his fake AI evidence and trying to team up with Daniel to find a digital footprint to save her. So where is Summer? She needs to be here. She just needs to come back. Her parents are in absolute crisis mode, and her absence is starting to feel super distressing. But maybe, just maybe, the powers that be are finally listening, because there is a massive rumor floating around right now that could change everything. Let's be real. Whenever there is a shift behind the scenes, we always see. Now that Jamie Giddens and Dan O'Connor have taken over the reins as the co-head writers at Y&R, some major casting shakeups could be right around the corner. Actually, they are probably already happening as we speak. New writers always want to put their own, they want to bring their own energy. And it would not be surprising at all if O'Connor and Giddens are currently writing Summer's highly anticipated return. They know the history. They know the fans want the legacy families front and center. So who is going to play her? That is the million-dollar question. Allison Lanier has been playing the role after the show decided to go in a different direction, but a lot of things have changed since then. And now there is a very specific name being tossed around the rumor mill. Kristen Alderson. Yes, you heard me right. Kristen Alderson could be the front runner to take over the role of Summer Newman and finally bring her back home. Am I crazy for thinking? Maybe I'm being too harsh on the current casting, but you get what I mean. Sometimes a character just needs a total reset, a fresh face, a new vibe. And there are actual clues pointing to this. This isn't just fan fiction. Giddens recently started following Alderson. Now, I know what you are thinking. It is just an Instagram follow. People follow people all the time. But in the soap world, let's be real. A head writer randomly following a major soap alum right when a legacy character is off canvas and desperately needed back, that is never just a coincidence. Giddens might have a very big say in whether she gets the part, and that social media connection is a massive red flag that negotiations might be happening behind closed doors. But wait, it gets even more interesting. We also have to note that Alderson recently participated in a fun social media trend alongside Courtney Hope in a recent Instagram story. Courtney Hope, who plays Sally Spectre. So Alderson is hanging out with current Y&R cast. What if Alderson is currently in talks to join Y&R as a... It is a possibility that is definitely worth considering, especially since Alderson is spending time with Hope and might be gearing up for a massive return to daytime television. Sally is currently dealing with her own massive drama, what with her pregnancy and Billy Abbott's terrifying relapse into gambling and drugs. Imagine the dynamic if Alderson's Summer comes back and starts interacting. The history there is so messy. Let's zoom out for a second and talk about Kristen Alderson's soap pedigree, because it is legendary. Soap fans will obviously remember that she grew up on our screens playing Star Manning on One Life to Live. She played that role for years. She was a powerhouse. And then she brought Star over to General Hospital before eventually taking on the role of Kiki Jerome on G8. She knows how to play a legacy daughter. She knows how to play the angst, the romance, the corporate drama. She has the exact kind of energy that a Newman needs. And here is the kicker. A lot of people forget this, but Alderson actually auditioned for the role of Summer when Y&R first decided to recast the character after Hunter King left. Hunter King left some massive, massive shoes to fill. She won Emmys. She defined that role for a generation of viewers. When she left, the show scrambled. Alderson auditioned, but Alison Lanier ultimately won the role after the casting department decided to go in a different direction. But like I said, things change. Regimes change. Writers change. This could be the absolute perfect time for Summer to get a brand new look and for Alderson to put her own unique, fiery spin on the character. Honestly, the canvas desperately needs her right now. Phyllis and Nick deserve to have their daughter back in. Phyllis is currently running around trying to prove that Victor manipulated Matt Clark and faked digital evidence. Daniel is helping her, but Summer is that missing piece of the puzzle. Summer has always been fiercely protective of her mother, even when Phyllis is entirely in the wrong. And right now, Phyllis is actually the victim of Victor's ruthless manipulation. If Summer comes back, especially with the fire that Kristen Alderson could bring to the role, we could see a mother-daughter team-up that would absolutely shake the Newman. Victor wouldn't know what hit him. And then there is the Nick of it all. Nick is currently chained up in a warehouse by a psychotic Matt Clark, dealing with a fentanyl addiction that Matt is intentionally feeding to destroy him. It is dark. It is gritty. When Nick finally gets rescued, and we know Adam and Sharon and Chelsea are all trying to save him in Vegas right now, he is going to need his family to help him. He is going to need his daughter. Summer loves her dad. Seeing him broken and addicted, that would give Alderson so much incredible emotional material to. But we also have to talk about the romantic side of Kyle Abbott. Oh boy. Kyle and Summer have so much history. They are endgame for so many. But Kyle is currently completely off the rails. He is furious at Victor for kidnapping Jack and putting him on that yacht with Patty Williams. And what is Kyle doing to get revenge? He is romancing Victoria Newman. Yes, Victoria. He is seducing Victor's daughter to strike at the heart of the Newman family, completely ignoring the fact that he was just dating Claire. It is a toxic, messy train wreck of a storyline. So imagine Summer coming back right now. She walks into the Genoa City Athletic Club and she sees her ex-husband, the love of her life, making out with her Aunt Victoria. Her head would literally spin. The fallout would be epic. Summer would absolutely lose her mind. She would probably confront Victoria, confront Kyle, and it would just add so much delicious drama to an already explosive. Kyle might even want to reunite with Summer if she comes back to him, which would throw a massive wrench into his revenge plot with Victoria. Let's see what happens in the future, but the potential is just off the charts. And let's not forget about Diane Jenkins Abbott. Summer and Diane have always hated each other. Diane is currently being held hostage by Dr. Lawrence Markham, who is actually Martin Laurent in disguise. It is a whole crazy kidnapping plot. Whenever Diane gets rescued, she is going to come back to GC with a massive chip on her. Summer returning right as Diane comes back would reignite that classic Abbott Newman. Summer has never trusted Diane, and she would probably blame Diane for all the chaos currently happening with Jack and Patty. It just makes too much sense. Every single major storyline happening right now, from Victor's corporate takeover, to Nick's addiction, to Kyle's revenge romance, to Sally's pregnancy, Summer fits into all of it. She is the connective tissue between the Newmans, the Abbotts, and the Spectra drama. Leaving her off canvas right now is a disservice to the story. So I really think these Instagram clues are leading somewhere. Jamie Giddens and Dan O'Connor are smart writers. They know soap history. They know Kristen Alderson has a massive built-in fan base from her One Life to Live in General Hospital. Bringing her on board would generate so much buzz. It would get the soap press talking. It would get the fans tweeting. It is exactly the kind of splashy casting move a new head writing team makes to announce that they have arrived and they mean business. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, that sounded a bit dramatic, but you get what I mean. As soap fans, we survive on rumors and speculation. We analyze Instagram follows and Instagram stories because sometimes that is all we have to go on. But when the stars align like this, a character desperately needed on canvas, a talented actress with a history of auditioning for the role, and the new head writers suddenly interacting with her online, it is hard not to get excited. I just want to see Summer storm into Victor's office and demand answers about what he is doing. I want to see her hug Nick and help him through his rehab. I want to see her slap Kyle for messing. Kristen Alderson could deliver all of those scenes with so much grit and emotion. She was so good at playing the conflicted, passionate. She could easily channel that energy into Summer. So what do you guys think? Do you think Kristen Alderson would be a good recast? Are you hoping the character returns in the not too distant future? Because I honestly think it is a done deal at this. The pieces are all moving into place. The board is set. We just need the official announcement. Let me know all your thoughts, your theories, your rants in the comments below. Do you miss Summer? Do you want Allison Lanier back? Or are you ready for the Kristen Alderson? We will keep tracking this story and let you know the second any official casting news drops. Until then, keep watching the drama unfold in GC because it is only going to get messier from